Hey guys, Adam Mishan here, singer, songwriter, and vocal coach. And today what we're going to be doing is going over the steps to fix a breathy voice.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
Now the key here is unwanted breathiness in your tone. Breathiness by itself, if you're going for it as a stylistic tool, or even within your tone, if that's your style and you want it to be that way, that is fine. There's nothing wrong with breathiness per se, but breathiness is the only way to be able to do it, and you want to be able to sing in a different way. That is where we start to run into limitations, and we actually need to work through that to be able to find out how can we start to sing with less of a breathy tone. Now, the very first step when addressing this question is to try to find what is the cause of your breathiness in your voice. First off, I want you to try to notice when you speak. Do you have a breathy voice when you're speaking? Is it only when you're singing that you have a breathy voice? Is it only when you're singing within a very specific part of your range that it's breathy? Answering and narrowing these down is going to make it much clearer on what you need to do to be able to fix that breathiness. Let's say, for example, that your voice is nice and clear when you're speaking and in your lower range, but as soon as you start to sing in your higher range, that's where you start to get breathy. Well, that tells me what's happening is your vocal cords are pulling apart as more tension is pulled on them when they go up to a higher pitch. So that's forcing them to spread apart. Whereas if they're singing down here, they're fully comfortable being nice and together. So that I wouldn't really worry about trying to spend too much time in your lower range. I would actually try to work on getting your voice to find chord closure. That's where your vocal cords come together more firmly right in your upper range, right? Because if we spend time in your lower range, you've already got that under control. So not something that we want to focus on. If you can do it when you're speaking, but you can't do it when you're singing, that again, we don't want to really focus too much on the speaking part. We actually want to carry over what you're doing in your speaking voice over to your singing voice. And so, speaking out something like, oh, I didn't know that. Really? Oh, when we go, oh, most people are not going to be going, oh, really? And if you are, then you're in the category of somebody who speaks with a breathy tone. That we'll have to deal with separately. But if you're somebody that can speak with a nice, clear, resonant tone, you could take something like a something like that. Something that is going to elicit an emotional response as well as create a bit of a staccato. So when we go, or that creates a staccato effect with the voice, which actually creates chord closure. So if you could just go, and bring that up higher in your range, you'll notice, if I can not go, and lose that chord closure, if I can keep it, if I can keep it nice and firm, then I'm actually going to be bringing up that chord closure into my higher range and getting rid of a little bit of that breathiness. If you want to sing with more confidence and power, then you have to sign up for my lesson subscription. You get 2 group lessons with me personally every single week. You get access to all my courses, and you get access to recordings of all my one-on-one lessons with my students. That will help you learn vicariously through them. Click the link down below to sign up now. Now let's see, what if your voice is breathy and your singing voice is breathy and your higher range is breathy? Just everything is breathy. Then you would be talking to me like this right now. And this is kind of how you would speak and how you would sing and how you would sing up high. Everything would just be breathy. So what I need for you to do is work on getting a little bit of chord closure in there, getting your vocal cords to close a little bit more firmly. So for you, what I would make you do is just staccato sounds. I would just make you go e, or and just down low for now, and just try to make it as abrupt of a onset as possible. E. And you're training your voice here to get your vocal cords to start closing properly to create that vibration so that it's not that's breathy, right? So we want to have a nice firm starting place. That's going to make a huge difference if we're able to carry that out into our singing as well. So if you're struggling to lose that breathiness even on your speaking voice, this is going to be very difficult. So what I want you to do is try to practice with that. You can practice with the as well. You can also practice with just getting each one of those to be very, very staccato. We really want to chop them up as much as possible. Next, what I want you to do is try to carry that over into your speaking voice. So if we were to go And try to hold that last note for a little bit longer so that we're starting to get sustained tones that are non-breathy. And try to really chop it up and make sure that that last one is nice and full so that you're not going We don't want to open up. We want to keep that nice chord closure that we build up with the part. Once you're able to do this within your full comfortable range, then I want you to try to push the boundary a little bit. So we're going to go and here we're going to not try to go too loud. So try to follow me volume wise. So here we want to make sure that it's not going We don't want that. We want to try to go and hold back that airflow. So something that can help you get this is to try to think of holding back your air. If you can do this with me, then you'll be able to find something that's really non-breathy, but it's a little bit overly squeezed. So we don't want to be that over the top. But if we're able to get that feeling, it will come out much more into what we're singing. The next thing I want you to do is to try to take it over the melody of one of your favorite songs. So for the purposes of here of not getting copyright strikes, I'm just going to be using Happy Birthday, which is something that actually would encourage a lot of breathiness. With that first H throws a lot of people off and makes them overly breathy. So we want to try to minimize and hold back that airflow. Even if we're going to try that H, we're going to try to hold back the air as quickly after that H is out as we can. So we're going to try almost thinking happy birthday as opposed to happy birthday. So what we're going to do is a staccato. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you. And it's not going to sound normal. It's going to sound a little bit robotic like that, but it's going to be working on the principle of holding back that airflow, getting you to optimize the chord closure that you could possibly have. So again, happy birthday to you. Don't focus on trying to make it sound pretty yet. So now what we're going to do is try to get rid of that staccato effect that we're building up and try to create a little bit more of a legato feel, but still holding on to that creation of pressure that we get with the happy birthday part of it. So we're going to go happy birthday to you. And we're going to try to bring in a little bit more of your legato phrasing into it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And so we're going to try to hold back that airflow. Don't let it go, happy birthday, which if this is your tendency, for sure that's where you want to go. And you don't need to stick with just this one song. You could do it on any song that you're singing. No matter what it is, it will definitely benefit. If you're stuck in breathy land, if you start to add just a little bit of this staccato approach to the beginning and then add in your legato phrasing afterwards, you're going to notice that it's going to smoothen out significantly and you'll be able to do it in a non-breathy way. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more videos like this, check out that one right there. You're going to like it.